Alright everybody, I'm back finally after a long hiatus, but I'm back and we're doing some small mods today on the Speed 3. So I already took all the tail lights off. We're going to be redoing these today. As you can see, I put some nightshade on it, the red, but it's faded really bad. So I just got back from O'Reilly's with some parts and stuff. So I have some more paint, clear coat, and I also grabbed some stuff for the front, some like wiring and connectors, because I'm doing the hella horns today as well. So I'm gonna start by taking off all the old tint on the taillights, and then I'll spray those and get started on the front. Alright, so I got brake cleaner, a microfiber. I'm gonna try to get this off. So we'll see what happens, I guess. I don't know, I've heard this is the way to do it, so we'll see. Alright, so I did my best getting all of the old stuff off. This is it all taped up and ready to go. As you can see, I taped where the reverse light is like I did last time. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this first coat on, and while I'm letting it dry, I'll probably start taking off the front bumper and doing the horns. So let's get a test hit, see how this baby's spraying. So it's time to start taking off the bumper. So as you can see, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, plus Philip said I lost this one. And then you got to get, well, I lost my fender liner, but there's 3 on each side. So these 3 are kind of already gone. I just got to take the zip tie off there. And then there is, if you can see, a bunch all the way down across the bottom. So I'm going to get started on that. Alright, so front bumper's off. I'm just leaving all that hooked up because I'm really not in the mood to take it all off. So down here is the factory horn, and it blows absolute, yeah, it's not good. It sounds like a little kid screaming. You can't hear it. I can't hear it when I'm driving. Other people can't hear it. So that's why I'm doing this. So up here we have our horns. So here's one of them. The other one's in there. This is what I got. I wasn't entirely sure what size I needed. All the forums and stuff were saying 14 gauge to 12 to 16 gauge wire, excuse me. So the O'Reilly's I went to didn't have 12, so I grabbed 14, and then I have all these, which is needed because these are these kind of plugs. So my plan, since this is just one wire, I'm going to run a connector off of here with a wire, splice it into 2 of them, and then run it to each of the horns. I think I'm going to mount one here and one here on the identical one on the other side. So let's see what happens. I almost forgot, before I take off the factory horn, I'll show you guys what it sounds like so we can have like a sound difference or a sound comparison at the end. So let me put you guys up somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of shitty. So let me do some wiring magic right quick and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so I had a quick change of plans because where I wanted to put them, it wouldn't fit. So here's where I'm putting them now. Both of them are just going to go on that side. That's where the factory horn mounted. I found this bolt, and then I used actually the factory nut. And looks like, I mean, it'll be a pretty good spot. I'll have to still, it's not going to be as much wiring, but it's going to be a lot easier, so I can just run like, I can do a split right here, run one here, run one there, and then run a ground to like say here, and I'll be done. Like, it'll be super easy. So I'm going to do that real quick. It's kind of bothering me that it's that wiggly, but it'll be alright. Okay, cool. I'm going to finish up the rest of this, and then I'll I'll get back to you. I might throw a second coat on these. I think they're pretty dry. Actually, yeah, they are dry. So I'm going to throw a second coat on these real quick, and then I'll get back to wiring. Alright, so this is my split power wire. Ignore all the different color heat shrink and stuff. I'm working with what I have. So this side goes into the factory plug, and then these two go on the horns. So here, the horns aren't really labeled which side's power and which side's ground, so I just assume you can just put one on whichever side you want. So the power goes in there. Power goes in up here on one of them. So there's that one. And power for that one. Make sure this one's all the way in. And then here, click. Okay. So the power wires are done, as you can see. Alright guys, I got my two separate grounds. So let's plug these in. Plug them in this way. Okay, so that one's on. And this one is on. Okay. So they're both on. Shit, I don't know. I don't know where I want to run them. Like I run them both to there. Well, shit. I don't know. I'll figure out where I'm going to run them and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so on the ground wires, these boys are a little too small, so I'm going to have to cut them down the middle and then just kind of like bend them and then put it around kind of like a sandwich and then squish it. This is what I'm going to be using. It's kind of rusty, but it fits in this one. It's the closest one because I think this one's another huge bolt. I don't know. I will actually take that off because it looks tiny. But yeah, so I'm going to do that in a second. But first, let's go put the final coat on the tail lights. So I flipped these all upside down just to get the bottom part. They're looking pretty good. I'm still going to put a clear coat on them because I didn't do that last time and they faded super, super, super bad. So I'm going to put a clear coat, or not a clear coat, sorry. I'm going to put another coat on the bottom part, clear coat. Should be good. Alright, so cut and stretched. They fit around this thing now. So that's what we wanted. So we will put all this back on real quick. There. Okay. Yeah. Going the wrong way. No, not. Make sure not to over tighten those. That's where they unsplit. Okay, let's just do a quick test. This is like a quick test. Make sure it works. Because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed. We're good, baby. All right. Here's a real test. The same test, but. That's a lot louder, dude. Basic mods, baby. Okay, I'm going to put the bumper back on, and then we'll finish up with the taillights. So, taillights are looking pretty good. Usually I would wet sand them, but I don't really want to. So, I'm just going to throw on some glossy clear, and I'm going to kind of throw it on pretty heavy, at least a bunch of coats, not really like a heavy coat, at least a bunch of coats, just to make sure it's all good and clear, because last time these faded so bad. So. So, while we're waiting for the clear coat to dry, I guess it'd be a good time to talk about this baby. This is my 2003 350Z drift car. PBM Hydro, full 6-point FD spec cage. There is a nitrous bottle back there, not hooked up. But, yeah, so that's fun. I'll talk about that. So, full PBM angle kit. It has G2 coilovers all the way around. the KBD ING kit. The bumper doesn't fit when we have it on the trailer, so it's all the way around. Then there's carbon fiber over fenders. So what happened to the window, or the front windshield, is we were bringing it back from the last event, and then we have this spot on our trailer where we put all our tires, and one flew off and basically shattered the windshield. So we have to fix that. We, I guess. So I got a bunch going on this summer, or this winter, for this thing. So I have dual caliper brackets. We're going to get rear camber arms, change the hydro from an inline setup to a dual caliper setup. What else? Oh, we are going to get the nitrous hooked up, and then this next summer of 2020, I'm going to try to compete everywhere I can, Texas street legal, wherever I can in this car, and then maybe 2021 do Pro-Am. I don't know. I've had this car at the track 2 times, and this car's freaking great. It drives like a champ. It's definitely like the small things like the handbrake. The handbrake doesn't really work inline wise. That's why we're doing the dual caliper. So there's a bunch of just little things that we have to do to get it where we need it, where we want it to be. But other than that, yeah, this thing's great. I'm already super comfortable in it. Every time I've brought my GoPro to the track, I've ran out of room on my SD card, so I can't really like show you guys how comfortable I am with the car, but I'm like super comfortable with the car and I love it. This car is everything I wanted. One reason why we sold the 240 and got this was because the 240, we got it up to spec, to our spec at least, and then we went out to the track. Things started puking oil immediately, so we decided that it would be best to move on to something that doesn't require as much maintenance, and that's like built properly. So picked this up from a guy in St. Louis. He's not the one that built it. The one that built it is this guy named Josh Orshowski. He's really cool. I've been talking to him on Facebook and stuff. He's super cool. He said one day he's going to buy this back, which I don't think is going to happen because I'm going to keep it forever. So yeah, I want to do Pro-Am in it. I want to LS swap it. So that's probably what's going to happen, and then hopefully go compete. Maybe if I get around to it, FD. Alright, so the taillight's ready for another coat of clear coat, so I'm going to do that real quick. Alright, so I just put the taillights back on. Looks pretty sick. I'm going to move the car outside and then with better lighting so I can show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so here's the taillights. Not perfect, but I mean, I didn't really prepare that much. I just kind of threw them on there, threw a coat of paint on there. Did all this with an X-Acto knife, taped it off, cut it up. This side turned out a lot better with the lines. But you can see that's like the reverse light. That's why I did that, so the reverse light would still be white. But yeah, there's like shit in it and stuff, but whatever, I don't care that much. As long as it looks better than how it did before, and it looked like shit before, so I'm stoked. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. I don't know what else to do, so thanks for watching. There's gonna be a lot of videos coming for this baby. I need to clean it first, but yeah, tons of videos. So subscribe if you want to see more. Comment, like, the whole 9.